Alright, welcome back you guys. Today I got a quick little tidbit. We're going to be installing this dual catch can from Radium Engineering into the newly installed HTS turbo setup on TJ's FRS. Now there are two catch cans included with this setup. One will go over there in that corner near the battery and the other one will go over there. I've got everything laid out right here that will be that is included with the kit. So I'm going to go ahead and break everything apart. I got most of it out already. Want to get rid of some of these packaging, get some of these AN fittings out. There's a bunch of really nice AN fittings. I love Radium Engineering stuff. It's always good quality stuff. Very nice CNC billet, catch cans, fittings, so on and so forth. Even the brackets. I mean, look at these brackets. It's not a standard bracket. Like, they could have just as easily cut out some flat, plain piece of metal, but they went overboard with that too. So good quality stuff. We're gonna go ahead and start installing that. I'm gonna follow the instructions as best I can. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get it installed, get it ready to go. Let's get to it. Alright, so we're gonna start with installing the brackets. And one side, they're countersunk screws. So one side has a little beveled edge there. Gotta keep an eye out for that. And should go on right like so.
I can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me.
We have one. Let's see here. So the one on the driver's side, let me make sure. Yeah, so this one here gets the smaller one. Make sure you lubricate your O-ring. I already put oil on mine. Oh. And I believe that needs to be taken out. There we go. One more. Ah, different size. The O-ring squeeze in. We're good to go. Since it's an O-ring seal, it doesn't have to be insanely tight. It just has to be snug. So don't go grinding away on this, thinking you're gonna tighten the crap out of it, because you will mess up these aluminum threads very quickly. Next up, we got these guys. I gotta go lubricate these O-rings. Put some oil on them. You can use oil or soap, even not soap, but like dish detergent usually works the best actually. I'm just using oil because I have it literally right there. So now these just get screwed into the side. Doesn't matter which one of these go where because they're both the same size. Alright, so the three bolts in question that we need to remove from here are this one here, which has to be put at a 90 degree and gone over this, so this is out of the way. This ground strap right here, and then we have one over here. So we have a 12, a 10, and a 10. So I'm going to remove this because I always remove my battery bolts by hand. Never good to use tools on battery connections, especially when you run the risk of stripping stuff.
Can I take you back? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time. Do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there?
Alright, so next up, we gotta remove this hose here, which runs down here. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Hold on. Alright, so now that we got some light on our situation, I gotta remove this hose down here, and it runs all the way up to up here. So we gotta remove these two clamps, and then we're gonna tie one port into, I believe the top goes into here, and the PCV valve on the block goes into the top of the catch can. We got -6 and -8. We got push lock fittings to go into each of them.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, my life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break.
Alright, so on the driver's side here, I actually, because I installed the turbo kit knowing I would install the catch can, this here is the factory breather hose that runs to the intake. I just ran it temporarily to this. So instead of running the hose, obviously, to the intake, I'm going to run one hose to this line here, and the other hose to the intake right here. Hopefully I have enough of it. We'll see what happens once we actually get started. Now in case you guys run into a little problem with getting the hose onto the fitting, I'm going to give you a little tip here. I dip my pinky in oil. I'm just going to rub it in there. Take the hose barb fitting. Get at least the first run in. Now once you get to the second one, it gets a little bit more difficult. But what you can do is find a flat surface. Nothing too hard. And just push down on it. And you're good. As you can see, it's all the way on there. Nice tight fit. It's not going anywhere.
You're a superhero.
Alright you guys, that's going to do it for the Radium Catch Can setup. It fits very well. Everything's very well put together actually. Not impressed. I mean, I'm not totally surprised. It is Radium Engineering. They do a lot of high quality stuff. I love their billet CNC stuff. Radium Engineering, good stuff. Good quality stuff. My biggest problem with it is it does seem a little bit over engineered. You know, it's just a catch can setup at the end of the day. It's a breather setup. There's two of them. I mean, my opinion, why not just have one? So the catch can setup is a must-have for a turbo kit on one of these cars. Actually, I would say a catch can is important to have on any boosted car. because with the boosted vehicle, you're going to see a lot of crankcase pressure, and that crankcase pressure needs somewhere to go. On factory cars, it's usually routed right back into the intake, and all that's going to do is just drive your intake air temps up through the roof and potentially cause detonation, especially if you're on 93 octane. So with the catch can setup, you'll get rid of the oil smudge that gets gunked into your intake manifold and so on and so forth. So we'll get rid of a lot of that. Again, it's simply a must-have, as well as an oil cooler. It's like bare necessities for putting a turbo kit on almost any car, honestly. If you want a turbocharged vehicle to last, those are two necessities. But that's going to do it today. I got a turbo kit to finish up on this car, so we'll get right back to it. We'll see y'all later. Follow along, like, and subscribe. If you want to see how this thing runs and drives with the turbo kit, follow along. We'll see you in the next video. Deuces.
You're a superhero.